Hi, kids. We are going to be doing a new read aloud book. This one, I'm kind of going off the grid from doing our mystery ones to doing the sequel book from Punished to this book. So it's the same author that wrote Punished, and some of the characters are the same. I think you're going to find it's kind of cool. I'll go back to the mystery read aloud books and do book number 4 for that later. So, this is chapter 5 plus 4 minus 8. So this book is called Numbed, Numbed, Numbed. And numbed has to do with numbers. So 5 plus 4 is 9, minus 8 is 1, so it's chapter 1. I wish we could go somewhere interesting, Benedict said as we got off the bus with the rest of our class. It won't be that bad, I said. Are you kidding, Logan? It's math. It's bad enough we had to do 50 zillion homework problems every day, and now we get dragged here? He flung his arms in the direction of the Mobius Mathematics Museum. It was shaped like the top half of a planet with a giant twisted steel ring circling a dome of colored glass. All right, so I thought when I was reading this the first time that it'd be kind of fun to have you guys pause the video to go grab a pencil and piece of paper and see what you come up with for a drawing for this chapter. So hit pause, and when you come back, I'll start up the book. You'll just hit play. All right, welcome back. Here we go. I'm going to reread that sentence on describing this because I thought it was pretty cool. It was shaped like the top half of a planet with a giant twisted steel ring circling a dome of colored glass. The ring was just high enough above the ground that people could walk under it and thick enough that I could probably walk inside of it, assuming it was hollow. The dome had craters and spikes scattered across the surface. Huge numbers, symbols, and equations were painted on it in random places in pink, yellow, red, and purple. It's kind of a cool building, I said, trying to get Benedict to calm down before our teacher, Ms. Fractali, decided to make him stay on the bus. It was only our second month of sixth grade, and she'd already kept him after school 12 times. That's not even counting all the times he had to miss recess. No, Benedict said. The Natural History Museum is cool. They have all sorts of dead things. I guarantee this is going to be awful. He jammed his Raven's hat tighter on his head. He always wore it for at least a week after his mom cut his hair. Ms. Fractali turned around and said, Benedict, I expect you to behave and take off that hat before we go inside. And she pointed at me and flicked her finger toward herself like she was tickling the belly of a tall dog. Logan, come here. I tapped my chest. Me? She double flicked. You. You're in trouble, Benedict said as he stuffed his hat in his back pocket. I ignored him and walked over to our teacher. She bent down, lowered her voice, and said, I'm counting on you to see that Benedict behaves. Me? This time I didn't tap any part of my body. You. This time she didn't flick any finger. But I can't make him behave, I said. She might as well have asked me to make the wind stop blowing. Sure you can. You're his friend. He listens to you. As I said, I'm counting on you. I know you won't let me down. She turned away before I could figure out how to convince her that whatever Benedict ended up doing, it would not be my fault. I'll try to keep you out of trouble, Benedict said when I got back over to him, but you're going to have to stick close. Thanks. I'll do my best. Her class streamed beneath the ring and through the front entrance of the museum. There was a big digital counter hanging from the ceiling just past the door. It was the same kind they used at the deli in the supermarket, but with a lot more digits. The numbers clicked forward, going up by twos as Benedict and I went in. I count, Benedict said, pointing at the display. He ran outside, slid to a halt, and then out a screech like a skidding car in a video game. He spun around and raced back in. And I count again, he said. He did that twice more, bumping the counter higher each time. Before I could grab his shoulder and say, "Come on, the class is getting ahead of us." We caught up with the end of the line, and as it reached the other side of the lobby, I noticed a video running on a big screen overhead. A man held up a strip of paper. "The Mobius strip is easy to make, but amazing to explore," he said. He gave the paper a twist and then taped the ends together, making a loop. He took a pencil and started to draw a line on the outside. "It only has one side," he said. Our group moved out of the lobby, so I didn't see the rest of the video. Ms. Fractali led us down a hallway toward an area called the Chamber of Fractions. Just then, Benedict grabbed my arm and shouted, "Look!" With his other hand, he pointed at a sign hanging from the middle of a thick rope that blocked out an opening to a hallway. I could see a flight of stairs past the opening, heading down to the basement. The sign read, "Restricted experimental area closed to the public." So make a prediction. We know what happened in the library with Benedict and Logan in Punished. What do you think's going to happen here? Absolutely no visitors was the second line on the sign. "Awesome," Benedict said. "They wouldn't put up a sign if it was really secret. They want people to go there." "That's ridiculous." I grabbed Benedict's shoulder. "If they want people to go down there, they'd say so on the sign. Then everyone would go," he said. "They want people, but only the ones who are smart enough to figure that out, like us. So let's go." Before I could say anything, he slipped from my grip, ducked under the rope, and raced down the stairs. I found myself alone, listening to the fading squeak of his sneakers on the tile floor and imagining our teacher and what she would do to both of us when Benedict got in trouble down there. If I didn't chase him, I'd be blamed. But the last time I chased him anywhere, I ended up getting punished. That had not been fun. "I hope this time is different," I muttered to myself. I had no idea I was about to get my wish. This time would definitely be different, mostly because it would be a whole lot worse. All right. Well, I hope you were able to draw something fun from this chapter. We had a nice description, but make a prediction. That is your job. Make a prediction about how this would be different or similar to Punished.